Trapped behind the gate, working on getting freed up here. Hope everybody's doing good. And as usual, I hope for all of you that you are stronger than me. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go see what we can do here. Need some chocolate milk. And we have quick this morning. We got some meetings later. Close out walkthroughs on sweets. A few little things like that. But for the now, get some chocolate milk. Hell yeah. Chocolate milk, chocolate milk, coming for you. What's that, Joan? Who else we got? Who else we got? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Morning, Shelly. What is going on with my thing here? Is that no? What's up, yo? I gotta turn my brightness up. It's too low. Hello. Hello. I think that's been my problem all these days is my brightness is down. I can't see shit on the screen. Now I can see fine. What up, people? I always have my brightness. It's like almost like the lowest setting of brightness. Who knows what BJ's Wholesale Club is? I never even heard of this place before. It's popping up over here. BJ's Wholesale Club. Who knows what that is? What's up, Molly? In the dark. Bruce in the dark. So we about to be out in the dark though. There's going to be some light in a minute. Coolest.com. All right, $2.49 a gallon today. $2.49 a gallon for gas, and $3.14 for diesel. $2.49 and $3.14. $7-Eleven. One of my favorite places. What's up, Jamie? How's it going? Edmonds, how's it going? Appreciate y'all. Novi said, hanging my phone on you, my friend, because I have work. Happy live. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate that. No Troy Brewer, like him. Why do you keep talking to me about that shit, dude? I don't know Troy Brewer, and I don't really do too much looking at most of that stuff. I'll be right back. room for more stuff. Throw out chocolate milk containers to make room for more chocolate milk containers. That's what's happening right now. Right now. Here we go. Now I don't watch any Troy Brewer. Yeah, stuff. I pay attention to a couple things and move on. It's all trash to me. It's all lies and trash. I don't really believe in most of it. There's not enough common sense being used for me to believe in it. So when common sense returns, I'll be able to pay more attention, but common sense is long gone. You know what does that? You know what does that? Peacetime. Peacetime. Peacetime does that. In all cases, peacetime leads to insanity. Just absolute insanity. In every society that ever established peace and, you know, kind of walked the way we do, you will find that first the insanity set in and then peacetime was over. When at war, nobody acts stupid. Everybody knows their place. Nobody acts stupid when at war. You don't have any women out there screaming that they can do everything a man can do. All right, so that shit goes right out the window as soon as war comes. And then it's a return to the laws of the animal kingdom. So even men kind of know their places when dealing with other men, because all of a sudden all the little rules that might protect you from getting your shit kicked in are gone. So peacetime brings about the delusion of do whatever the fuck you want. And this shit ain't real. So be careful for peacetime and what comes from it. It's not always peace. In fact, in all cases, peace leads directly to war. In all cases. Did you know that? Did you know that in any and all cases, peacetime leads directly to war? Did you know that? You look it up. Ask AI. Ask AI. You don't have to believe me. These politicians are just handling us until we go to war. That's all it is. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. At any rate, today I have one tenant moving out, and then Saturday I have one tenant moving out. Monday I have one tenant moving in, and hopefully I have a second tenant moving in right behind him. Same out at the strip center, I have one tenant moving out and one tenant moving in. But we'll see how this goes. I need this to get all leveled out, is what I really need. I like having turmoil with tenants that are having trouble paying or not making it all the way or something, you know, whatever, you know, I having trouble with. We help them, you know, because we need them to be successful, because so it's in our best interest that they are able to make their bills and doing well, so we do whatever we can to make sure that they are off to a good start, you know. But sometimes that shit don't work. Sometimes that shit don't work. Hang tight, I'll read in just a moment. I got a red light coming up. I'll turn the brightness up on this screen. I'm about to read. you've made it on YouTube when your white chatter hoses mods. What? When you're white, when your whole chatter. Oh, gosh. Yeah, you're concerned about things like that. You see, it's you that thinks about things like that. Yellow mangies. Why do you think about things like that? It's some sort of weird weakness. Some sort of weird weakness. 12 here now with a high of 38 tomorrow in Wisconsin. Wisconsin. You gotta really pronounce your vowels up north. Wisconsin. Byron's in the house. Denzel Washington is in the fucking house. Hardy Miles, what's up? Josh, hello. I missed a lot of people. Rodriguez, what up? Joan. Still talking to me about things I wouldn't talk to you about in comments. What are you doing? Jamie Jam. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Shelly, I see you. Robert Benjamin, what's up? Thanks for popping in. Get you fixed up. You know, the real reason that I make you guys moderators is so you can go link up with the other people. It's got nothing to do with moderating. Don't moderate while you're at my house. Mitch, what's up? Appreciate you popping in. Shelly, what's the rent here? My rent at the apartment is $1,400 a month. The rent at the building that we're going to is approximately $15,000 per suite. Then next door at Waterside, we're approximately the same, but there's a little bit more value there because they're a little newer. So when they were built, our square footage was a different rate. So those two very high-end and prestigious locations here in Fort Worth. And, you know, we charge pretty well for the rent. And people want to be in those suites too. People want to be in those suites. So we might have a dry spell for a month or two or something, but those suites won't sit empty. Certainly not. Best real estate in town. Best real estate in town. I mean, it may not be that, but you know, it's not exactly downtown stuff, but this is where all the premier shopping is. This is where it's at. Even Montgomery doesn't hold a candle to Clear Fork and Waterside. Clear Fork and Waterside generate too much money. Do you fart? Fuck yes. A circle of peace and war. Absolutely. That's exactly how that does. What's the rent there? Hello, Mitch. What's up? You do maintenance at your own apartment? Sometimes. Sir Bruce, this is my PayPal account. Thanks. Thanks for giving me that update, bro. Chow Ram, hello. Hello. How's it going? How's it going, Chow Ram? Kumusta. Kumusta. Guess you made it there too fast, buddy. You made it there too fast, buddy. Chow Ram. Shelly says, sadly, I don't make that on disability. I'll drop my PayPal too, Bruce. Okay. Everybody can send me their PayPal. Somebody might want to step up and send me a wife. Then we'll talk about some real money. Y'all are talking about small money with me. That's ridiculous. The bigger money to be discussed. Bigger money could be discussed. bigger money could be discussed. Uh-huh. See, y'all ain't trying to make a real deal here, all right? Look, we can make a real deal, all right? A real deal, all right? No joke. You don't have to do any of the wife type stuff, all right? None of that. I'll raise the kids, all right? I'll raise the kids. I'll raise the kids, all right? I just need 2 boys. I just need 2 boys, all right? And we can work out some sort of deal for the 2 boys, all right? You raise the girls, I'll raise the boys. It'll be a good deal, all right? It'll be a good-ass deal. Be a super sweet deal. You, me, no PayPal. You could just have the black card, okay? The black card will take care of any questions you have. All right? That's the deal. We don't have to talk. We don't have to, like, even be around one another. But I need what I need. All right? I need what I need. And now we have some sort of squad here or something. I don't know who they are. Hold on. I'll be able to chat more in just a second. Just a second. Chrissy, good morning, Bruce. Chop Ram. Blackwood said, I will gladly pay you on Tuesday in exchange for a cheeseburger and fries today, I bet. Mine are 1 boy, 3 girls. Lucky you. Lucky you. Alright, I'm getting the neck brace out. The fucking neck brace is so playa. Best looking ad I've put on myself all my life. The neck brace, bro. It's a whole neck brace. A whole neck brace. What's up, people? I hope y'all are doing all right. Yeah. And it's true. I'm Bruce Wayne. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Put you right here. Front row, first person shooter type shit. All right. FPS. Let's go. Really like to know what that vehicle's doing over there, where they came from. It'd be nice. And we'll get this out right here. Right here. We're going to use that in just a minute. Now then, I try to ask y'all this like every time I come here. So I'm going to do it again. All right. We got 3 key fobs, right? You see them? Black rectangle, black circle, gray circle. One of these gets me through this door. See that thing? One of these can scan and unlock this door. Dang. Dang. Dang, son, what? Alright, so what's it gonna be? Which one will get me through the door? The triangle key. There's no fucking triangle. There's 2 circles. and a rectangle. Hurry up, I look like a fucking idiot out here. Hurry up. Ah, now that you have access to the place, you can officially attempt to do my job. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. I wish you all good time. Later today, before my meeting, we're gonna come over here and we're gonna put a damn closet rod across here. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna hang our wreaths up there so they'll be out of the way. We're gonna use that 10-foot ladder to put a closet rod across here. Then we're gonna put our 6-foot wreaths on the closet rod. It's gonna be great. Somebody needed to look at the other person really well. There we go. All right, mateys. Oh, hold on, bro. I need some water. All right. Let's get these orchids watered, bro. I think that they have enough water. Who knows what this is? Who knows what this does? Who knows what this does? Somebody answer. Somebody answer. Blackwood. Just swipe them all until it works. Who knows what that does? Somebody tell me. Tell me what this is. Peter, what's up, you? The chairs are chatting with each other. That's exactly right. It's a fuse box. Not quite, but you're in the right direction. But you're at least in the right direction. It will be an electrical component. Grandbaby. Too fast, too track. What's up? I see you there. This is a lighting control panel. 8-man. Lights. Yes. Lighting timer system. Bam. And this is a water fountain. But if I press that button too hard, it'll shoot up to the ceiling and splash you in the face. And I don't think they need that much water, so I was looking at them yesterday and they had too much water. And I don't want them getting waterlogged and dying. Alright, he's pretty dry today though. Look, and this is Superman. He got 2 stalks coming out of him. He needs some water. I can't believe he drank all that water. My God, man. You drank all that fucking water. There you go, bro. Drink up. This one still has water down there. Yeah. Those dudes are fine. You got too much water. You wanna let them water dry. Matt was cracking, yo. Morning, Shelly. It's wee-wee. 8-man lights. That's the controller of the time machine. That's exactly right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Off the neck brace you go. Off the neck brace you go. You're gonna get this nice spot right here. This nice spot right here. It's all you. It's all you. It's a beautiful spot, don't you think? I think so. Here's what we're gonna do. better spot. A better spot. If you like this one more, this one definitely is better. Look at that. That's better right there. I'm going to use that spot right there. The wind's not blowing, so the phone should stay. Phone should stay up there. We're going to do our thing. It's going to be a little noisy. Cover your ears. Right then, off to the next spot. Whoosh, it's a little cold. Oh my God, what has happened? Please no. I won't subject y'all to that. You're totally cool, car. In fact, you should exit before you get stuck here enjoying yourself. Go on now. Exit the building. Take off, son. We're good. I'm good. Everybody's good, bro. You're good. Also, you don't quite strike me as a content creator either. Kind of look like a fake account, man. Which means that you probably only have like fake content. Like you only have fake ass things to say. You know, general suffering of being a fake ass. Whoop, whoop, whoop. My bad, yeah. My bad. This is not content. No, no. I also didn't claim to be a content creator. You made me that. You made me that. I'm just a dude out working, bro. Just a dude out working. That's it. That's it. Got nothing really like interesting or anything like that. But I mean, I also don't go around acting like you do throughout my day. Look at you, bro. Look at you. Look at what words you shared with us. All the words in the English language, and this is all not contributing. This is you, bro. This is you. That's a reflection of you right there. Look at that. Read it out loud a few times. See if you think you sound cool. You do, bro. You're so cool. You are like hands down like James fucking Bond 007 fucking cool, bro. I truly, thoroughly believe that. I do. It's all good, man. It's all good. Fucking G4 fucking cool. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. The coolness is just unfucking matched. Unmatched. 8 man, my bad, dude. Blackwood, I'm gonna read that as soon as I stop in at this next facility right here. As soon as I stop in at the next facility and make sure a bunch of vagrants aren't chilling in my dumpster enclosure. That'd be nice. I'm gonna do that. Man, I would test water with you guys, but I need my phone to turn the zones on and off, so we won't be doing that. We are gonna collect some cones though. We're gonna collect some cones. Some cones. Yep, we're collecting cones. More content for Carr, bro. Carr's gonna be like, fuck this guy and his sorry ass content. He goes around blowing sidewalks and fucking picking up cones. German Shepherd, what's up, yeah? This fucking guy, he's out there, he's like picking up cones and fucking recording himself. He's calling it fucking content. What up, people? Dude, that's my cone too, bro. That's my cone. Right, guys and gals, what you think? What you think? So what y'all think? Is somebody sleeping in the dumpster enclosure or no? What do you think? How so? Very curious. What do you think? Do you think somebody is in the dumpster enclosure? Do you think they took a big shit in the dumpster enclosure? Stranger things have happened. I've had somebody take a big ass deuce in the dumpster enclosure. Justine, what's up? How are you, Justine? Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Morning, German. Dan Carr, be nicer to Bruce Wayne the Gray. He's a rock star. Dang, dang, dang. So now what's happening? Now y'all remember the deal, all right? Here's the deal. All right, if you see somebody besides me come running out of the dumpster enclosure, call the cops for them. We have no content today, guys. See how that works, Carr? Sometimes we get content, sometimes we don't. Sometimes I am able to release and create some content. What in the fuck is going on here? I don't know what I did to the camera on this, but this ain't right. What on earth is going on there? What did I do here? Why is it doing that? No, no. No, we got to do something else here. Oh, I had it on the big head one. All right, now we got it under control. This is a little better. Y'all don't have to deal with my big ass head. Now I'm gonna come right through there. Car, stick around. You're about to get some content. I'm gonna be like walking through there. I'll be back and forth a few times. It's about to be great, pure greatness right here. Fucking greatness. pretty much it for this morning anyway. Lunchtime, I got 2 meetings basically, 2 walkthroughs I got to do. All right, Daniel Edmonds, have a good one. So now, doing well, good to see you. Car is super excited to be here. Makes sense. So I am doing a Tasty's Kitchen breakfast special this morning. So that's about to happen when I do go back to the house here. That is about to happen. Inevitably, we will have to end the stream and restart for that. Inevitably. Vegas, I took a big poo today, but it wasn't like one continuous poo. It was like 13 little ones. They were probably like the size of your thumb. So there was like 13 little ones. And I felt pretty good about it too. Like when I was done, I was happy. Like when that stopped popping out, I was curiously happy is what I really was. Curiously happy is what I really was. I'm not joking. There was a profound amount of happiness that came with like the 13 little turds popping out. I don't know if it was like the 13 exits that was so happy or what exactly it was, but it was like something around that type of scenario. Something around that type of scenario is what that was. And I was impressed with myself too, to have, like the ability to lose so much of myself in one setting. Dropping pebbles, Bruce. No, these weren't pebbles. These were like thumb-sized rocks. But not stones. Like, how else is the inside of your a-hole gonna get itched so many times in one setting? Like, that's good. That's a good itch, bro. The itch. It's kind of weird to stick your finger up in there and itch, bro. So, like, I don't really do that sort of thing. But when the poop comes, if it comes in like 10 different shots, I'm good with it. So I'm good with it, that's for sure. Shit, what you want to do, man? Turn your blinker on like you're waiting on me. Fuck you, son. Vegas, you did not know I would be so forthcoming, did you? But don't worry, like if you were like one of my like real buddies, like in RL, right? You would probably get a morning shit pick like at least once a year or something. It would be after I sent out enough pics that you weren't suspecting, and then it would happen. Speaking of which, did y'all go down and look at my community post with that link and then try to send it to your best friend? You should do that. You should do that. Type some story to go with it. Doesn't have to be the one that was typed. It was just the one that worked on me. Of course, that came from my buddy Jason, which I knew was going to be a big fucking giant dick when I looked at it. I fucking knew it. So y'all should go take a look at it. You take 2. Drink more water. Bruce, that's how come like so many came out of me. It's because I drink a shit ton of water. And that's how come they weren't like solid also. They were more like, you know, moistenites. Moistenites. Yeah, I am such a child. All right, like 44, and when I start having a poop conversation, there's no reasonable, like, don't smile and sit there with a goofy ass look on my face. can't talk about poop and fucking keep a straight face. I'm not like a teacher or professor of poop or anything. Like, talk about poop, I get this little silly grin on my face. I think some of y'all do too. Y'all that are being silent right now, people that don't want to admit they took a shit this morning. That's weird. That's weird all in itself. You don't want to admit that you dropped a deuce today twice. That was weird. I would be happy. I would claim that. If I dropped 2 deuces already today, I would claim that. Hell yeah, I would. Yeah, it's a bunch of little turds, dude. It's a bunch of little turds. You have given up drinking Blackwood. That's good. For good. Now I only drive for evil. Drink for evil. Here we go. White people. This is morning white people. Every morning with white people. Your little neighborhood, if you lived right here, would be filled with chicks running around in spandex and other people jogging and walking and trying to like be the best versions of themselves. The best versions of themselves. This one chick went in on you girls, by the way. I was watching the video earlier and she done went in on y'all and violated the woman-to-woman protection ring. She violated that shit. She said it's not normal to get in front of a camera and center your ass up on the screen and pull your spandex up. It's not normal to do that. And then she followed that by saying it's also not normal to, after you do that, go to some editing thing and edit the video to exactly that shot and put it on the screen. She said that shit's not normal. So I feel, like vindicated in this. Because I think you chicks is out like just doing whatever. And I think that y'all don't think that it questions like your faith. It questions your loyalty. You don't think it puts that in question. This dude's walking in the center of the street. What a great place to walk. That's a good place. That's a good fucking place. My bad. Hey, some people are too stupid for their own fucking health. That guy's one of them. So I'll walk around in the middle of the road at night. That's what I do. I'll forget the walking path right there. That's not a walking path. That's a bike path. Humans ain't allowed to walk right there, bro. So he's walking down the middle of the road. Instead, somebody should talk to him about that shit. Yes, a conversation. This dude's bicycle has the biggest light on the planet on it. And he got a tail light too. That shit was so big. That shit was so big. We have a little bit of breakfast in our future here. We really do. We got a little bit of breakfast in our lives. We're going to be doing some cooking here in a minute. We're going to restart the live for that. Tasty's Kitchen breakfast special. Tasty's Kitchen breakfast special. Yeah. Then tomorrow or Saturday we'll probably go grocery shopping. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, let's get up in here. Get some breakfast cranked out. Need some of that. Need some of that breakfast in our lives. That's the morning stop for everybody. Throw out the trash, yo. It's the morning stop for everybody. Throw out the trash. I'm surprised we all get out of here okay. I think later on I might have to put a fucking suit on for these meetings. Jesus. I didn't think I'd have to do that quite today, but I guess I'll put on a suit. Go do these meetings. Oh God. Suit to boots, whatever, dude. I can wear all the different costumes. It's fine. I didn't want to have to put on slacks today. I think I'm gonna try to do the dad slacks and collar shirt thing. I think that's what I'm gonna do. The dad slacks and collar, with the penny loafers and the tucked in polo. That's probably what it's gonna be today. And some Joe Biden sunglasses. Hell yeah. If I liked anything about Joe Biden, it was the fact that he had sweet sunglasses. He had super fucking sweet sunglasses. That was about the only thing I liked about this guy. FBI gold and black fucking aviator shades, bro. Off the chains, man. It got me a pair of them. Man has some good taste. At least there's that. At least there's that. What is all this chatter here? It's a normal, what 51 people out of 100 do? Maybe. What controls? What counts as normal? Cheese lover. Nobody knows. People are sheeple. Anything to me is normal. That does not seem reasonable. What do you mean that's completely normal? Breeze. An American thing? Blackwood. 10 points for everyone you hit. Yes. I don't know what Briz is. I don't know what that is. Nowadays, everything I see is just normal. I usually shrug it off like it's nothing. Weird isn't even the word for it anymore. It's the new normal. The new meta. Desensitized. Desensitized. I'm telling you, I told you guys exactly the truth earlier. All right? I told you the truth. Sometimes it's hard to take in the truth, but I'm going to tell you again. Peacetime leads to a bunch of fucking stupidity. And we are suffering that stupidity right now. And more often than not, it breaks society. So then, you consider society over because we're not going backwards. That's the other thing we don't do. We don't go backwards. So we will go to war before we go backwards. Right? Right? Hell yeah. And I might be bold, but when the internet goes off, because the war is going on, and the internet will go the fuck off. The little internet gang people, they're gonna be hanging from trees and billboards with giant ass American flag on them. They're gonna be getting dragged behind vehicles that have giant American fucking flags flying on them. And or their entire story's gonna change. Oh, we love Americans. We would never go to bat for a bunch of illegal aliens. Oh yeah, their story's gonna change. Silly. Less than 100 years ago. And these Americans forget that shit. That's all right. We got culture. We got tradition. One thing that we do better than anybody on the planet for 250 years. Yeah. What is that one thing? What is the one thing that America does better than anybody else for 250 years? Tell me. Tell me, what do you think it is? Oh, yeah. You know, don't you? You know. You know. What is it? 250 years, he says drugs. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. We're going to be cooking today, people. Cooking today, people. Yes, we are. We about to do some biscuits. We are also going to do some eggs, some corned beef hash, and some motherfucking gravy. Hell yeah. Eight Man, the only one able to type the words. For 250 years, America has been at war. Don't war with America. That's such a bad move. Such a bad move. Such a bad move. For 200 and fucking years, we've been out there in the shit, bro. We are the most battle hardened military that has ever existed. We are the most advanced military that has ever existed. Ever. Ever. You can't prove anything otherwise. Oh my gosh. Standing against America only sounds cool when your internet gang is around. But when the internet goes off, I think your story's gonna change, you fucking clowns. Clowns. The whole story gonna change, bro. They're gonna love America when the internet goes off. You know that's the truth, right? And that's just the real truth. All the stories are gonna change up when the internet gang disappears. When those boys don't exist and everybody on the block has got an American flag out, I mean, like, I think these hate stories are all gonna go away, bro. Or I think people's gonna be hanging from trees and shit like trophies. I only see that going like one of two ways. One of two ways. Blackwood says, bye for now. Did you hear about the world's largest, most expensive bunker? Only our military has it. Bunkers ain't gonna save anybody these days, man. Bunkers are out. Trench warfare's out. Vietnam can't fucking host the same type of war that they did last time. We will slaughter them. So it's a very different world. It's a very different world than it was for World War II and any of that shit. All that shit. Very different world. Very different world. I mean, then we basically were first gen, and now we're fifth gen. And especially when you talk about the American military, we're basically fifth gen across the board, fifth gen fighters, fifth gen Navy, you got fifth gen everything. And so you got these other countries who, yeah, they still got some tanks, but they all suck, you know. Russ, what's up? Need to use that Starlink. They're going to need more than Starlink, baby. That bunker could survive a lot of explosions. You know, they have a few really cool things like that. They got the one that they keep all the history in too. What's that? That big vault up in the Antarctic or something? Russ, we about to be doing breakfast, my dude. No, no, an Israel flag in disguise. Israel sucks at everything. You gotta. I mean, let's talk just real frankly. How can you consider yourself an equal if you do not lead the world in anything except terrorism? Like you don't lead the world in building fucking cabinets. You don't lead the world in fucking economy. You don't lead the world in military. You don't lead the world in education. You don't fucking lead the world in a goddamn thing. And those boys want to talk to us like they're equals. And I don't believe in it. I don't believe it. You can't sit around being a fucking douche nozzle who doesn't lead the world in a fucking thing and then pretend you're equivalent to a country that leads the world in 50 different categories. You can't do that. It's bullshit. It's a lie. We are not equals. We are not equals. I can't wait till we put our boot down over there. We should occupy that motherfucker afterwards too. I'm talking like put everybody to the tip of the gun, man. Everybody. Everybody. Yeah. Defiance against the leaders of the modern world would be a really bad choice. That would be a really bad choice. It just doesn't seem healthy. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Too fast. I don't smoke. 8-Man has no content either. Neither does Peter. Neither does Russ. Most of my ninjas don't. Not even the left-handed cigarettes. Oh God, Russ, you're such a square, bro. Quaker, fucking Quaker, bro. Come on, man, loosen up. Want me to send you an envelope? Help you out, bro. Yes, sir. You ready for like real time questions with Bruce? Real time questions with Bruce. You ready for a couple real time questions with Bruce? Oh shit, son. Oh shit, son. Oh shit, son. Here we go. Do it, Bruce. Try a gummy bear. Oh, I don't need a gummy bear. Oh shit. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Are you ready? Are y'all ready for this? Y'all are gonna love this. Y'all are gonna love this. Who would win between the world's Navy and the American Navy? AI says the United States Navy is generally considered capable of defeating the combined navies of the rest of the world in a blue water conventional conflict. While other nations possess more ships numerically, the U.S. Navy's overwhelming advantage in powered aircraft carriers, superior stealth, and advanced missile systems provides a decisive edge. Oh, God. Oh, God. Hello, Neri. We're just talking about some things with AI right now. Yes. Isn't that an interesting concept? Isn't that an interesting concept? Over here, in a scenario of conventional Navy warfare, can the U.S. Navy be beaten, or whatever this says here? Let's see here. These guys are all just talking about it. So they are all fucktards. But AI says that we have all these other crazy advantages, such as like global reach, numerical disparity and capability, technological superiority, carrier strike groups. Whoa. AI is BS. Peter's like, fuck AI, doesn't make any sense. All right. Time for more real questions with Bruce fucking Wayne. All right, here we go. Here we go. Could the world's Air Force, hold on, let me type it correctly. World's Air Force defeat the American Air Force? God, y'all hate this. All right, here we go again. Bolstered by advanced technology and massive spending, would likely hold its own or prevail in a conventional conflict. But a united world force could potentially win through overwhelming numbers in a long-term war of attrition. Yeah, I'm sure it would come to attrition, right? The U.S. possesses significant advantages in stealth, precision strike, and aerial refueling that in the short term outweigh the numerical superiority of other nations. Oh wow, isn't that great? Yeah, I mean, just isn't that interesting? Technological dominance, logistics, and training. Oh God, the training, the capable in the field part. Oh God, this part right here, the experience in the field, the ability to conduct global operations supported by advanced logistics and superior pilot training gives the U.S. a massive advantage as other countries cannot match this level of logistical support, particularly in aerial refueling. So they can't keep their fucking jets in the sky. I don't think that they're going to be able to play ball with us. All right, all right. Welcome to more Real Questions with Bruce fucking Wayne. All right. Can the world's combined Air Force and Navy defeat the Americans? Hold on, and make landfall in an invasion. Bingo. Let's hear. Based on 2026 military capabilities, it is highly improbable for the combined Air Force and navies of the rest of the world to defeat the United States and successfully launch a land-based invasion. Oh, la 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 la. Let's go over this again real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Big hello. Christina, hello. Peter, Josh, 1% better every day because if you ain't getting better, you're getting worse. That's exactly right. That's exactly always training. That's exactly right. Even if it's no percent, but get your ass out there and hurrah. All right. We're going to read this over just one more time for those of you that just might have entered. I just want you to know that AI doesn't give a fuck about your feelings. Fuck your feelings. I also probably don't care about your feelings, but it's all right. I read things and I ask questions, and it's okay that you get on board with my readings and my questions. Okay. Okay, so let's say this again. Based on 2026, all right, that's right now, guys. You know, it's like February. All right, sweet. Based on 2026 military capabilities, it is highly improbable for the combined Air Force and navies of the rest of the world to defeat the United States and successfully launch and successfully launch a land-based invasion. The U.S. Navy and U.S. Air Force possess overwhelming advantages in technology, carrier power, and logistics, bolstered by the strategic geographical isolation of the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. You cannot invade us. You cannot invade us. I would hope war never happens. Cheese, why? Why? I can see, Cheese. I got you. I'm gonna ask AI the next question. Does peacetime lead to war? Yes, historical and strategic analysis suggest that periods of peacetime can and often do lead to war. Peace is rarely a permanent state, but rather a temporary condition that allows for the buildup of tensions, shifts in power dynamics, and the preparation of for future conflict. What are you talking about, Chief? You're not a peaceful person. Peaceful people build up conflict. It said it right here. AI overview is telling you that that doesn't make any sense, and it kind of doesn't. But I'm using AI instead of myself because you could tell me I'm crazy, but telling AI they're wrong is kind of a little funny of you. A little funny, a little funny. I mean, I know it doesn't feel good to take that in, but I just want to read this again. Does peacetime lead to war? AI overview from Google, America, or whatever, whoever wants to say this isn't real. Yes, historical and strategic analysis suggests that periods of peacetime can and often do lead to war. Peace is rarely a permanent state, but rather a temporary condition that allows for the buildup of tensions, shift in power dynamics, and the preparation for future conflict. Unresolved issues and treaties, shifting power dynamics, the cycle theory. History is often described as a cycle of war followed by peace, which is then broken by new wars as resources are not evenly shared or nations seek to expand their influence. The cycle theory. Outstanding. Now let's talk about that. We're going to back up just a second, boys and girls. Just a second. Time for more real questions with Bruce. What happens when a nation fails to expand? When a nation fails to expand economically, technologically, or institutionally, it risks stagnation, inequality, and eventual collapse. This failure often stems from the extractive institutions that concentrate power and wealth in the hands of few elites, stifling innovation and growth. Key consequences include economic stagnation and decline, social and political unrest, institutional collapse, external vulnerability. See there? See there? Crazy. But conflict also leads to war, so that's kind of contradicting itself. No, that's not contradicting itself. What are you talking about? Conflict leads to war. That's not a contradiction. Peace leading to war is a contradiction. All right. Peace leading to war is a contradiction. Peace should lead to more peace, right? But it doesn't because all that happens is everybody agrees not to fight, and then they sit at the sidelines being mad at each other that they can't fight. Examples of failure, excuse me, examples of failure consequences. Nations that do not foster inclusive economic and political institutions, such as historical and various empires in modern cases like North Korea, Zimbabwe, often suffer from extreme poverty and political instability. The failure to adapt to new realities or crises, EI, pandemics, technological shifts, can accelerate this decay. So basically, if we do not continue expanding as a nation, like taking from others, then we will inevitably eat ourselves to death. So another law of attrition. I want to be a monk. You don't even want to hold a gun. All right. Um, I guess that seems reasonable. I think that you should hold 3 or 4 guns. I think you should be loaded, dude. With a bunch of ammo and shit and a bunch of preparation made. All right. Can the world's all right, more questions with Bruce. Can the world's military invade the United States? Ha!
An invasion and occupation of the United States by the combined forces of the rest of the world is widely considered practically impossible. An invasion by the combined forces of the rest of is widely considered practically impossible. The U.S. benefits from an unmatched combination of massive, high tech, and global capable military forces, vast geographical barriers to oceans, and a heavily armed civilian population. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, all this chatter that everybody's doing is bullshit. Iran cannot stand as our fucking equals. Right here. Internal obstacles. This is the real fuck. That's just a change of what you're holding. That's just a change of what you're holding. For instance, my like EDC that I might stick in my back pocket or something is just a little 22, and there's no kickback on it. There's no anything. It's got high velocity bullets, and it'll rip a human being in fucking half, much less a dog or a bear or anything else that's fucking attacking me. And anybody that tells you a 22 isn't worth it, they clearly have never been fucking shot. So they're fucking stupid, and you should never listen to somebody that's talking about not having any stopping power when they ain't never fucking had a bullet ripped through them. So don't listen to that fucking dumbass. That's a fucking dumbass. He thinks he's going to take a bullet, and he's not. He's a dumbass, is what he is. Don't listen to motherfuckers that are dumbasses. All right, dumbasses go around. Shot JFK with a 22. See what I mean? So, I mean, booyah, booyah. All right, time for more real questions with Bruce fucking Wayne. What happened if America pulled out of the world economy tomorrow? If the United States abruptly withdrew from the world economy, it would trigger a catastrophic, immediate global depression, severing supply chains, collapsing the U.S. dollar reserve status, and dismantling international financial institutions. The U.S. would face severe shortages. All right. Impact on the global economy, systemic shock, excuse me. The world would experience immense financial instability with a sharp drop in global demand for goods and services. Collapse of institutions, all right? Collapse of institutions. Withdrawal from the IMF and World Bank would cripple global financial stability as the U.S. holds veto power and drives policy. Oh, wow. Interesting, huh? Interesting. End of dollar dominance. The US dollar, as the primary reserve currency, would likely see its value plummet, breaking the current globe economic order. A shift in power. China would likely fill the leadership vacuum, altering global trade rules, which have historically have been influenced by U.S. participation in bodies like WTO. Yeah, very, very bad. Long term consequences, geopolitical realignment, a fragmented global economy with, for instance, a great role like BRICS. Yeah, y'all end up with BRICS. Hello, Cyrus. Hello, Cyrus. How's it going? We're doing real questions with Bruce fucking Wayne, yo. Real fucking questions with Bruce Wayne. Yeah. All right, here comes a real question with Bruce Wayne. Y'all are gonna like this one. What would have been the outcome had America not been involved in World War II? Interesting. Here we go. Without U.S. involvement in World War II, the war would likely have lasted longer with a higher probability of a Soviet dominated Europe or a negotiated stalemate rather than a total Allied victory. Japan would have likely secured dominance over East Asia, while the USSR would have faced a much costlier struggle to defeat Germany. Booyah! 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 Allied dependence. The British Empire would have likely faced immense difficulty surviving or forcing a surrender without American material support, even if not directly occupied. The Pacific. Japan would have likely controlled most of Asia and the Pacific, including potentially Australia, with the European powers unable to stop them alone. What a fucking joke. Tired of hearing what those boys out there have to say. They can't fucking defend themselves. I don't like them boys. UK has so many resources and manpower, still takes 7 years to win. No, listen, AI is telling you right here that that is not a likely outcome. They just told you without the U.S. involvement, all right, like, so if we weren't involved, right, Soviet dominated Europe. Higher probability of a Soviet dominated Europe. Here, hold on. All right, so question, what would have been the outcome had the Americans not been involved in World War II? AI overview. Without the U.S. involvement in World War II, the war would likely have lasted longer with a higher probability of a Soviet-dominated Europe. Man, I mean, that just means UK would be done. And more questions with Bruce Wayne. Can NATO stand against Russia without America? Oh, shit. Let's see what it says. While a European-only NATO would face several logistic, aerial, and command challenges, it could theoretically detour or counter Russia, though likely with immense difficulty and significantly reduced power protection. Without the U.S., Europe lacks a rapid airlift, maritime, and strategic nuclear depth to mirror American capabilities, relying instead on smaller, less unified French and British forces. Looks like they would all die. I know they're trying not to say that, but it really just seems like they were just dancing around the fact that everybody died. In summary, a post-American NATO would likely need to shift to a total war footing to eventually match Russian production, as it would not be able to rely on rapid, overwhelming U.S. intervention. Booyah. Done. Done. There is no coordination between NATO countries. That's correct. That's correct. We actually have a lot of special systems in place that allow us to communicate through each of our various branches. And so it's all happening in real time rather than having to pick up a phone and call somebody because your radio doesn't talk to that plane over there. And so the world's military is trying to combine would really take a lot of effort. So that's almost the top pinnacle reason that they would get slaughtered in the air or in the ocean is because they can't communicate with one another. Not that fact that not to put them a little too ahead of things, because the reality is even if they could talk, we would still wipe them the fuck out like fucking sardines, bro. But you know, the deal there is that they do not have systems that communicate together. There are vastly different systems between, say, Iran and France, or even like China and England. You know, none of these things fucking like talk to one another. So that's a huge problem, and you can't do it like that, because you would basically be giving away the farm. They'd have people listening to your lines at all times. And, so it's very important to remember that, You're not looking at a bunch of countries that want to, gang up together. You're looking at China and you're looking at Russia. These are major superpowers that have to expand or they're going to die. They have to expand. There is no version of they don't have to. If they do not expand, they will eat themselves to death. And any failure to understand this can be rectified by reading any number of 1,000 different fucking books about why nations fucking fail. Yeah, so it's very, very easy stuff to go find and to associate yourself with and become familiar with at minimum. But the general rule is if you begin eating all of your own resources, you will fucking die. So you will eventually run out of resources. And so that's a reality that can't be sidestepped. It can't be overlooked. It can't be, oh, maybe next week. You cannot overlook that shit. And it goes to show that, there are things a country is willing to do. Like they might stand up and talk to you, like Russia might say, don't fucking take from Venezuela, but you saw it yourself. You saw it firsthand. We went down there, we stuck our finger in that dude's eye, snatched his ass up out of bed or whatever, right? Walked right the fuck out of there. We slaughtered whoever stood in our way, and we got that job done, right? Right? And guess what? Guess what didn't happen? Nobody in the fucking world responded. Everybody sat on their hands. They all started throwing little pickles, and guess who's talking about it now? Just me. Just me. Nobody else is speaking about Venezuela right now. Nobody gives a rat's fucking ass. And you want to know why? Because they can't risk going against us. They cannot risk putting assets in the water because all it will do is weaken their military. So they don't have enough. They got to keep building. So losing a bunch of it now and a conflict over Venezuela just seems really fucking stupid, huh? So nobody went to bat for Venezuela. And let me point something else out. This you might find this interesting. The value in Greenland was not enough to sacrifice military strength to go over there. So China didn't put no boats in the ground in the water and send them over to Greenland to possibly intervene with America stepping in over there. Fuck no, they didn't. Neither did Russia, neither did NATO. Nobody gonna put any boats in that water because they will get turned into a fucking graveyard. They can't cross the water, bro. They can't do it. Incapable. And AI, I'll tell you, every naval vessel on the planet teamed up against us wouldn't have made it over there. We will destroy the entire world's navy would get destroyed in a conflict with us. Ask AI, bro. Y'all don't have to listen to me. I'll rant and rave forever. But AI, he don't play that shit. AI, he don't play that shit. He don't care what you have to say. AI don't care about no NATO. AI just says what it is. Like, NATO sucks. I can't believe we got all these countries that depend on us to make it tomorrow. Like, honestly, like if we weren't a part of NATO, they would get fucked up. There would be war going on over there for sure. And there would be a huge power struggle going on. And eventually NATO would lose. Eventually NATO would fucking lose. Like, and what that would do is make everybody that much weaker for a conflict with us. We could literally swoop in right after that and finish off all the other militaries and make sure that none of you have any military strength at all. Like in fact, that's exactly what I would do. Like, I'd pull out, let all of you start going to war and wear down your fucking stockpiles and your reserves, all your military strength. I'd let you wear it all down, then I'd come in there and fucking end the rest of it. I'd just come in there and wipe the rest of every military vehicle out that there was. Every plane, every Navy ship, every country, I'd go in and wipe it all out and say, guess what, boys and girls? If you don't listen to us, we're going to blow up the rest of your shit now. That's what I'd do, and that would be game over for everybody. So a war in that side of the world without us benefits us. All we got to do is stand out of it and let you guys like fucking eat each other. It'd be great. We would definitely, like, not only are we already the strongest, but every loss that you take ensures our victory even that much further. Even that much further. I don't think that the world needs to come to this, but I don't think that we're far from it either. So, yep, yep. Can NATO defeat the USA? The United States possesses largely unmatched military with superior technology, air power, and global force projection that places it in a different league from other nations. While a united non-US NATO alliance has significant personnel and modern defense capabilities, the US likely holds the advantage in a direct hypothetical conflict. Yep. Yep, defense budget, collective strength, logistical challenges. Yeah, we would destroy them. We'd eat all of them. We'd eat all of them. Whoop. So, all good. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Real Questions with Bruce. It's over now, so you guys don't have to be offended anymore. AI is not on your squad. Apparently, AI is on America's team. So, y'all have a good day. I'm going to come back in a few minutes and cook breakfast on the Tasty's Kitchen. All right. I hope to see y'all there. We're going to have eggs. We're going to have corned beef hash, some biscuits, some gravy. We're going to do it up here in just a few minutes. And I hope you will join me. Y'all take care. We'll see you then.